See, 30 minutes later, I'm still out here waiting. The Uber driver comes, he parks in the alley and just stays in the back of the alley behind the store, in the light, like any normal person would request. This is why I'm not coming out. I'm not spending the night nowhere without a day cab no more. I'm not doing it, bro. Slowly going fast was good people. We out here at the park. Got my daughter out here playing with her cousins and everything, running around, ripping and running. Tired them out. But it is 7:30 in the afternoon, and on a Saturday. And like I say, JBhunt texted me, let me know I'm going to Fresno. Got 2 drop-offs in Fresno, 1 in Merced. Shit, can't take no breaks from work. Good thing is both of these stores, I got 3 drops tomorrow. It's gonna be a good money day because you got your first pickup in Rancho, second drop-off in 2 drop-offs in Fresno and 1 in Merced. So that's 30 times 4, that's 120 just in drops. The miles is gonna get me another $200-300. So it's not a bad day for the money, you feel me? And the last stop they got me going to in Merced is perfect. My favorite place to stop at because you have good parking, Smart and Final Merced. I can park away from the docking area because they don't have a dock. They just actually load the pallet jack into the back of the trailer, and then I put all the pallets to the front, and then they have a forklift and they take them out. I just climb in the back of the trailer and use the electric pallet jack to move them to the front of the trailer. Boom, they empty them. So it's pretty smooth, man, real smooth. I usually get up probably like 8 or 9, and they open at 6. So as soon as I get up, I can go get me some food. I can get, if I want to get some food, I'm on my health stuff, trying to lose this weight, trying to look good, and I'll probably get something up out of there if I don't have enough food with me that I'm bringing. But hopefully I got a sleeper. But yeah, I probably won't go if I don't got a sleeper, so I'll let y'all know. I know I did the intro with me at the park with the girls. They text me telling me I was going to Fresno. As you can see, I'm in a day cab, and I am still going to Fresno. I'm already connected to the trailer. I get a hotel. When I get out there, I get to park at Merced, which they have perfect space for me to park at because I usually sleep there actually in the sleeper, so they have enough space for me to park at. Park the trailer there. I'm gonna call them and say, hey, I need an Uber in the hotel. They're gonna get an Uber, and then they'll Uber me to the hotel. I'll stay there for the night. It's kind of a plus and a minus with this because I don't like driving up there without a sleeper because it's not as much room in here in the day cab. Your legs can't stretch out as much. You can't put the seat back as much. It's nowhere near as comfortable as a sleeper. Also, I like having a sleeper because when I get loaded, because I'm gonna get loaded tomorrow to this place Stratus, I can lay in the back, take a nap, and have all the energy in the world when I drive back down, you know. Also, if this trailer that I'm on, they just called me and the dispatchers had an argument. It's a reefer container. So the dispatchers had an argument about how they're not supposed to use these on regional routes. It's only supposed to be for local. They went back and forth, and then they said, just use it. You should be fine. So unfortunately, these containers weigh 2,000 more pounds than a regular trailer. So the load could be over. Hopefully we're not over. And I have to scale on my way out, and hopefully I don't get delayed because again, I don't have a sleeper. So getting delayed in the day cab is trash. You know, you can't wait, you can't lay down, but hopefully everything works out with the pickup. But at least I'm gonna sleep good at night. I'm about to hurry up and get up there right now. It's a 5-hour drive. Hopefully everything works out, and we're gonna hook up to this trailer and get on up out of here, man. Container has a chassis and everything like that. I'm used to containers because I did intermodal with Swift, so yeah, we're gonna see what we doing, man. All right, we back with it, people. We back with it. We made it. We are now in Fresno. The pull-up was pretty simple. I wish they would have had this gate open over here, which I could have just came up. Even if I would have just turned on that street, I came down that street. Even I could have just turned in there and came up. That would have been a whole lot easier. They have it's all gated around here. There's a lot of homeless, so I see why they had a gate. A whole lot of homeless, trust me. But I end up turning in this entrance, the second entrance over here, coming down and around and pulling up, which wasn't hard. Luckily, it was all wide enough for me to pull in there, but thankfully, so yep, I'll get back with y'all as soon as I get done with this. I'm gonna try to knock this out real quick and get on to my next stop. I got a lot to do before I'm done tonight. You know, I got this headset on. I don't even need it right now. I'm not using it to record. We got the mic. So we made it to Merced, right? We have a problem now. We have an issue, and this is a serious issue. So before I left, they didn't have a sleeper that I could use, right? They didn't have a sleeper. And their policy is, if we don't have a sleeper, you can take a day cab and we'll get you a hotel. We'll get you an Uber and we'll get you a hotel. So before I left, I said I would prefer us to have a sleeper because I don't have any money right now for a deposit at any hotel. Now, whether I have money or not is beyond the point. I shouldn't have to use my money to put up for a deposit, right? It's not that I'm afraid they're gonna keep the money or something like that, because you don't have enough time to do anything when you're on the road and you get a hotel and you have a load to pick up in the morning. You don't even have enough time. You know, one checkout is like at 11. It's already almost 11 o'clock right now, so I'm not gonna get to the hotel till like probably 12 something. So I'm gonna have enough time just to go to sleep, to get my 8 hours sleep. I have a load to pick up at 1 p.m. tomorrow, and like I said, it's already 10:30. So that's the issue. That's the issue. So when I was leaving, I told the dispatchers this. I said, hey, I'm not gonna have no money for a hotel for the deposit. Last time I put up my money for the deposit, I didn't get my money back for like a week. I'm not doing it again. We're not gonna go through this. So they were like, oh no, it should be fine. We'll figure it out, whatever. Halfway up there, actually not even halfway. I'm in Pasadena, and I'm feeling some type of way about this because I didn't like how he kind of came off when he told me like, hey, we'll work it out. So I called again. I said, hey, I'm still in Pasadena. I can still turn around. Are you sure you guys gonna be able to give me a hotel? And so then the tune is different. Oh, you don't have a credit card you can use? You don't have something? I was like, no, I don't have nothing I can use for this deposit. You guys want me to drive a day cab up here. So you guys have to get me a hotel and the Uber to get to the hotel to and from. I don't want to drive. I'd rather 1000% rather be in a sleeper. I don't want to be in a day cab driving up here because it's not as comfortable. If you're driving 5 hours, 6 hours somewhere, it's not as comfortable. Like I said, I'm 6'2", almost, I'm 280 to 300 pounds. And this seat, if you 6'2", the day cabs is not long enough to be driving 5 hours. That's them calling. Hold up. The clip was cut off because they were calling me. I explained them the situation and told them by name who I talked to, who should have set it up earlier. Now, he's upset, rightfully so, because they basically pawned the situation off on him. And while I'm upset is because the amount of time this is going to take is time I could have been laying in the bed. I could have been taking a shower, laying in the bed, chilling. Now I have to wait he spoke with his manager, and his manager is going to try to find me a place and get the Uber and all that, and who knows how long this whole process is going to take. And it should have been handled earlier. Here we go again. About 30 seconds from the last clip. The manager calls me, says, right now, do I have any type of cash on me? I told him I have $35 in cash. He said, okay, we could try to work with that. I'm gonna call some places. And again, my little cash, I'll let go. Whatever, if they find somewhere to take a $35 deposit, which is crazy. But it shouldn't be this way. You know what I'm saying? It should be simple. It should be, you guys do the deposit. There they go again. Look, I can't even get the video off. Okay, so it's dark. Y'all probably can't even see it, brother. But yeah, so I just spoke with the manager, and he found somewhere that's gonna take the $35. Because I'm not putting they're not taking a couple $100, $200 deposit from out of my credit card, and then I have to wait 3-4 days to get my money back, and I'm not doing that, bro. I'm just not doing it. From now on, I'm just gonna tell them, if I don't have a sleeper, I'm not going, because I'm not dealing with this mess, bro. This is a whole 30-40 minutes out of my time that I don't have. You know, when you out here on the road and you got a load to pick up in the morning, every hour, every minute is precious. You know, when you away from work, period, every hour is precious. Nobody got time for this stuff. So yeah, this is where we at right now. I'm about to walk to the front of the store, wait for this Uber, get to this hotel and see what they talking about, man. Cause yeah, I don't like how this whole, they handled it though. So let me say that. There wasn't no arguing with nobody or about the money or none of that. They handled it. The manager handled it good. The brother I just talked to, he handled everything good. So it hasn't been too much of a struggle. But what if I'd have said I ain't had $35? Would that have been an issue? They would have to figure out something. So yeah, we're gonna see. Hopefully everything works out. See, 30 minutes later, I'm still out here waiting. It's 11:30 now. Last time I spoke with y'all, it was still before 11. And this is what I'm talking about. The Uber driver comes, he parks in the alley and just stays in the back of the alley behind the store. Now I requested to be picked up in the front of the store in the light like any normal person would request. This is why I'm not coming out. I'm not spending the night nowhere without a day cab no more. I'm not doing it, bro. Not doing it because of this right here. Now the next driver they requested, it's gonna take 20 minutes for him to get here. When he was just in the back alley, I text him, I'm at the entrance. By the time I would have walked to the back alley, he would have canceled it. Because literally he texted me back, said, front of the store? I said, yes, I'm at the entrance of Smart and Final. Wouldn't you rather come to the damn entrance instead of being in the back alley where it's dark? Come on, bro. And then he cancels the ride and drives off. All he had to do was come to the front of the building. Because literally, if I would have texted him, yes, if he texted front entrance, as soon as he texted that, if I would have walked back there, the time it took to walk back there, he would have already canceled the ride. So I'd have walked up to his door trying to get in and he'd have drove off. Bruh, anybody with sense would come to this thing. This is why I said, from now on, I'm not doing nothing without a sleeper. Not doing it no more. We're not dealing with this hotel mess. We're not dealing with the Uber drivers. Not doing it, bro. Get me a sleeper, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. We have finally made it. We are in the hotel, and this is good enough for me. We got TV, fridge. Oh, they got a microwave. I should have brought my food. My food's in my cooler in the ice chest. Damn it! But I don't need to be eating this late anyway. Sink. The last hotel I stayed in didn't have all that, so that's dope. Bathroom, shower. About to use that right now. Right now, bye. Yeah. After, like I said, after all that mishap, the Uber driver leaving, me waiting all this time, finally in here. Now, of course, staying in the hotel is better than staying in the truck, but all the time you gotta waste to deal with that is out, bro. That's out. But yeah, we in here. I'm about to relax. Get at y'all tomorrow.